Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to Upland Inside the Game. I am Blood Spirit, and I was told that I need to keep reminding people because I haven't been saying this on videos, but down in the description section, if you're new to the game and you have not made a financial purchase of any way inside the game, you can get 50% more upix on your first purchase if you use the promo code. It's that simple. Okay, you go up to here, you use the promo code, you click on it, then you come into the game, and if you buy $5, you're going to get 75 instead of 5,000. You spend $10, you get 15,000 instead of 10,000. So that's how you do it. My recommendation is to either do the 50 or the 100. If you do the 100, you're going to be an automatic pro. You cannot purchase FSA property. That is a total different topic for me and how I feel about it. It's one thing that has gotten me absolutely trashed by veterans. I'm going to revise that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, why I feel that way. I don't feel as strong about it as when I first started, but I still feel very strong about it. But we're going to talk about that down the road in a few more episodes. I was going to talk about Bobcat. Bobcat is a very loyal listener of mine. He's a loyal subscriber, always commenting in the comment sections about questions and really good stuff with really good answers. And he had a really awesome question that he had to get answered. I'm going to sidestep that question for a second because I think this is more important. I'm getting people hitting me all day long asking me how to fly or how to get from one place to the next. I'm going to go over that real quick, and I'm going to jump up here tonight. It's late on the 28th of December, and I'm going to post this as soon as I'm done. I was going to try to do a live feed, but I'd rather not do the live feeds right now. So anyways, this is how simple this is, and as complex as it is simple. Split the United States into 3 sections. Okay, you got your East Coast over here, which is New York. You got the Midwest or the middle, which is Chicago, and then you got the West Coast, which is San Francisco. To my knowledge, and I believe I tried to fly out of Nashville. I actually live next to the Nashville airport, so I've actually attempted to fly out of the Nashville airport when I first started, and I don't think I could do it. Either that, I didn't know enough about the game at the time, and I couldn't. And Chicago is where I decided to settle in. But you can fly from New York to San Francisco, and you can fly from New York to Chicago. You can fly from Chicago to New York and from Chicago to San Francisco. And of course, you can fly from San Francisco to Chicago and then from San Francisco to New York. Makes sense? Those 3 cities interlink with airports. Here's where it gets tricky. New York, once you fly into New York, the only way you can get to the surrounding cities is through trains. It's the only way. You can't get anywhere. You cannot fly into any of the other cities. You have to use the trains. Chicago handles everything around Chicago. I'm not sure about Cleveland, but I think Chicago handles Cleveland. So once you get to Chicago, you have to, I don't have any properties in Cleveland, never even been there in the game, let alone in real life. Chicago handles the mid, right? So when you fly into Chicago, you can only get to Nashville and back via train. You could only get to Orleans and back via train. Missouri, Kansas City. The only way you can get to those places is via train. Okay? So if you want to get to the West Coast, you have to fly from Chicago or New York. Okay? So San Francisco, that's the city that is the hub. So in San Francisco, you can get on a train and you can go to Oakland, you can go to Fresno, you can go to Bakersfield, you can go to any of these places, Santa Clara, back and forth with the train and the train only. You cannot fly into these areas. So you have to use the train. So that is how you travel from the States all around. So if you have any more questions, the biggest trick, let me show you the biggest trick, because the biggest pain in the ass excuse my French, but boy, it's a pain in the ass, is New York. When you fly into New York, I'm telling you, I aged about 40 years when I'm trying to figure out how to get around New York from the airport. You can only go into Manhattan. When you land in the airport, you send to Manhattan train terminal. You would think that you can, I thought, that makes sense. There's nothing in the way. There's no bridges. There's no roads. You can come over here into, I believe this is Brooklyn, but you can't. You can only go to Manhattan, and from there you can go to the suburbs through the train. It is the only way to get around New York. You can go to the Bronx, you can go to Staten Island, you can go to Rutherford, you can go to Brooklyn, wherever. But your connection to the airport is Manhattan. I hope that answers all your questions. I hope that helps you out. I know that a lot of people are very frustrated. They're trying to get to San Francisco as quick as they can, or get to Oakland. You have to fly from one of the major three cities, San Francisco, New York, Chicago. You must fly through those cities to be able to connect to the trains to go to the other cities. I don't know why they did it that way. They just did. Like I said, I live at the airport next to Nashville, and I know there's a huge airport there. I don't know why they don't let us use that airport, but they don't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I hope that answers all your questions. I am Blood Spirit. This is Upland Inside the Game. Thank you very much for tuning in.